Hi, Sagittarius. This is your reading. Today I have, let's see, a Pisces, a Capricorn, a Gemini, and Aquarius. I've got your sign, Sag, an Aries, and maybe a Taurus. So on one side, I have someone who, to me, it looks like they chose a route to focus on the physical and what could work in the physical. And yes, it gets them so far, and they're okay with that. They kind of put their foot down in some sort of way that says, I'm not going to be tricked or cheated into or out of a situation without some sort of action being taken. And I do see that they're okay with that. That makes them feel good, makes them feel accomplished, and it brings them joy and pride, and they're okay with that. They've sort of separated themselves out, and they choose not to put any effort or any maybe even finances toward perhaps any seeding or contribution towards anything that's going to cause them any more hurt and any more pain. And that's the way they've been dealing with it. So that person kind of comes in, with a little more relaxed energy, in the spread, sort of like saying, the priority for me, and this is kind of what it takes for me to do what I need to do, and I'm focused on what I feel are my priorities. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I have this other person in the spread who maybe perhaps they join together. That's the way they're looking at it, like it's a we situation, us, we, and they hold that in their mind where it's all of us all together. And this other person is looking at that situation, and maybe they're the ones that where they've put in a tremendous amount of what would you put it, financial backing. They've put in the most assets. They've put in the most time. They've put in the most effort towards this. And if it's not that they would be, well, let me step back. If they haven't put in the most yet, then they're anticipating to put in the most. So this person could be saying, okay, all I'm asking from you is 50 cents because I'm going to be contributing my car. Or all I'm asking from you is $2 because I'm contributing my office space. And this other person who also kind of wants the same thing, they're laying bones against bones. And they're saying, what I'm asking you to do, duder, is not as much as what I would be contributing. I'm asking more from myself than I am from you, and I plan on moving forward in this direction. So you get to keep your house and your clothes and your shoes and all of the things that all of that. I'm the one pitching in the majority of this. It's 90% of whatever this is. And I'm doing it because I'm wanting unity, for all of us. I'm wanting something that would be unifying. I want something that would be beneficial to the collective and beneficial to a community and beneficial in this much larger way. I don't think this person is being pushy. I think that if there's been an agreement between you and this other one, the other one is sort of, they're not they're not sold on the idea fully yet. They could have shaken hands and agreed to it. But to me, it's not like they have fully found their way. They're still feeling a rejection. Maybe they created a rejection and there are results from that rejection. And there was something also in the read where I was sort of, it would be like, yay, let's go purchase something or have something together. Let's build something, and yay. And so one party could be out there shopping. I saw that, look at this house and look at that house. And the other person is not able to do anything yet. So person A is not able to do anything yet. And person B is like throwing stuff at him. Look at this house. Look at this car. Look at this house. Look at this car. And the other person is like, we're not at that bridge yet. And I'm glad that you're doing something that makes you happy. And I know that you keep blowing up my phone with all these pictures. And look at this puppy and that puppy and all the puppies. And I'm happy for you. But we're not there yet. I'm either still overseas, or I'm still at this place, or I'm still at that place. So those were the first two things that was coming in. And I don't necessarily see anything sneaky. I see that there's a goal that has been kind of thrown in the kiddie pot, and one party's wanting to get after it, and the other party is either not there yet, they don't feel that they're there yet, and they're definitely not pitching in as much as the other person is. They're definitely not pitching in. So in the spread, in the lower right-hand corner, I have that Emperor in the upright, and this person's ready to get up and get going, to be able to perhaps put all the backing that's necessary in place. They want to call the mortgage person. They want to call the apartment people. They want to get up and actually start moving. But there's a conversation here that hasn't quite been spoken out loud yet. And I'm going to clarify that and see which party is saying what. For some of you, I'm being told that there is a mandatory, I don't know if it's a stand down of some kind, but it's a mandatory pause of some sort. It pauses everything and hits pause. And there's some sort of conflict or other that needs to be dealt with first. And this could be a really tough conversation with another person. And there's been a long amount of time where this stand down thing has been going on. So let me explain this story. It would be like, sure, let's jump in and do this thing together. One party asks and asks, and the other party doesn't really do much with the ask, right? And then I have a stand down, and all of a sudden it's crickets. And I have crickets that are sort of prolonging and prolonging and prolonging and prolonging. And someone may get frustrated, like, stop putting things in front of my face right now. Where to stand down. Nothing could happen. I don't know anything more than that. But this is at a full stop. And for some of you, this is a debt that someone has not brought to the surface yet. They haven't told the whole truth or been vulnerable and exposed it. It does feel a lot like a hot potato sitting in someone's lap. And this person sort of like, I have a hot potato in my lap. I need to try to get this hot potato out of my lap. And but to do so is going to put me in a position where I have to explain myself in a way that's going to harm my reputation. If I bring this topic up